The year was 1187. The land of Palestine was burning under extreme heat, and two powerful forces were preparing for one of the most important battles in history. On one side stood the Crusader kingdom of Jerusalem, led by King Guy of Jerusalem. Their army was massive, heavily armored, and confident. Knights Templar and Knights Hospitaller, elite warrior orders, marched together believing victory was certain, but far away, Salahuddin was watching everything in silence. Salahuddin Ayyubi was not rushing into war. He was building a plan. He studied the land carefully, desert routes, water sources, enemy supply lines, weak points of survival. Then he realized something powerful. Backhand index pointing right: an army without water is already a defeated army. So the strategy began quietly. Water sources along the Crusader path were controlled or blocked. Some routes were misdirected through intelligence tactics. The Crusaders kept marching forward, believing they were chasing victory, but in reality, they were walking into a trap. At first, it was just heat. Then dryness. Then exhaustion. Still, Salahuddin did not attack, because he didn't want a normal battle, he wanted total collapse. The desert was slowly becoming the enemy, and the Crusaders had no idea what was waiting ahead. Days passed, and the Crusader army began to suffer deeply. The desert was no longer just harsh, it was deadly. Water was gone. Horses were collapsing. Armor became unbearable under the burning sun. Even the strongest knights started losing strength. King Guy realized the danger, but it was already too late. Retreat was difficult. Forward movement was worse, and then the real destruction began. Mentally, Salahuddin Ayyubi never rushed a full attack. Instead, he used pressure warfare. His fast cavalry units constantly attacked, hit-and-run strikes, arrow attacks from distance. No full battle, only fear. The Crusaders could not rest. Not at night. Not during the day. Exhaustion turned into panic. Panic turned into confusion. Knights started arguing. Orders became unclear. Leadership structure began breaking. The army that once looked unstoppable was now falling apart from inside. Meanwhile, Salahuddin's army remained calm, organized, and controlled. No chaos. No panic. Only discipline. The Crusaders were now trapped near the hills of Hattin, surrounded by heat, dust, and exhaustion. They still held weapons, but they had already lost the war mentally. Morning arrived. But there was no hope in it, only silence. Only exhaustion. The Crusader army was broken beyond recovery. Soldiers could barely stand. Horses were weak. Command system had collapsed. Everything was ready for the end. Then suddenly, the signal was given. Salahuddin Ayyubi launched the final strike. The desert erupted. From all directions, Muslim cavalry attacked, fast, coordinated, relentless. The battlefield turned into complete chaos. Crusaders tried to form lines, but nothing worked. Their strength was gone. Their unity was broken. Arrows filled the sky. Dust covered everything. Confusion spread everywhere. Knights Templar and Hospitaller fought bravely. But they were overwhelmed. King Guy tried to regroup forces. But communication had failed completely. Then came the most powerful moment. Backhand index pointing right: the true cross relic was captured. That broke Crusader morale instantly. Fear turned into panic. Panic turned into collapse. One by one, the army fell apart. Reynald of Châtillon was captured. King Guy was captured. The mighty Crusader army was completely defeated. Then everything went silent. Only wind moved across the battlefield. No shouting. No war. Just the end of an era. Salahuddin stood victorious, not through chaos, but through strategy, patience, and intelligence. That day proved one truth: backhand index pointing right wars are not won by strength alone, but by mind, timing, and planning. Thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe my channel.